Hello to my chat family. How are you doing? This is the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. So, hey, chat family. I hope you guys are well. Happy Saturday. I thought I'd try a vibe of a Saturday live stream. And today we're going to be talking about relatives and their drama. Do you have relatives that are always in drama, making drama, or trying to bring drama to you and other people? I think everybody knows some dramatic relatives. And the thing about it, when they talk about this alleged drama, that there is zero accountability on their part. What they love to do is they love to start mess or be a part of mess and not assume any accountability that comes with it. And there is accountability for everything that you do. For every action, there is a reaction, whether you like that or not. But it is the truth because anything that you do in the dark, it's going to come to the light. You can't hide or run from that. At a certain period of time, you're going to have to face it. But relatives feel sometimes very entitled to feel that they are not to blame for anything. They don't show up with maturity and communicate properly. It's always pointing fingers at other people, like pointing fingers at other relatives or pointing fingers at the job or who they're in a relationship with or their kids or whoever the person alleged that is guilty of doing things. And it's not always the person that is getting the heat. Have you ever been on the other side of that, getting the heat, getting the smoke for things that you didn't even do? I know one thing for sure that drives me absolutely crazy is being put into drama that I have no part, I have no role to play in it. But it is what it is. It's not always our problem. It's not always our issue, but you know how it goes when you have relatives. They put you into issues. They put you into problems that you didn't do anything to get into it, but you get involved because of association, because you're associated with them, because you know them, because they love to throw names. They love to involve you in things because they expect for you to fix and help and support every single thing that they do, good, bad, and ugly. And it's nothing wrong with helping other people, but where I draw the line is where you have your relatives and they involve you into things and expect for you to support things, and they're not matching what you are giving as well. It's just a one-sided thing, one-sided relationship, and we know that that's not healthy. Many of our relatives are very toxic, dysfunctional, demanding, disrespectful, manipulative. And when it comes to that word family, people will say family over everything. And I don't agree with that at all. For me, it's never family over everything because family, quote unquote, can ruin your life by making bad decisions, taking all your money, taking all your time, being very disrespectful, or will cause you to feel bad about yourself, cause you to feel like you're nothing, you're nobody, you can't do things. So you have to be careful with using that word family, or as I call them, relatives, because that's what it is to me. A relative is a person that is just you are related because of blood, but family are people who choose to love, support, and respect you back. You don't just get that title of saying you're my family because of blood. No, you're my relative, and there's a major difference. So don't let your relatives take that title of family. and especially making you feel guilty. That's the thing about the drama in relatives. They want to ring you in. They want to reel you into all the problems of all the relatives that are just toxic in nature. Do you have relatives like that that are just so toxic? Always arguing, always squawking, always, into something with somebody. An argument, something that's very messy, and I can't deal with it anymore, especially me as a person that I'm healing, I'm working on myself, I'm happier, I'm at peace. And when you have relatives that never have grown up, and I don't care how old you are, you could be 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and up. Just because you got older, it doesn't mean that you got wiser. Getting older does not automatically mean that you're going to be mature. It doesn't mean that you're going to be healed. It does not make you a good communicator. And I scream that from the rooftops with my relatives, that you don't gain respect with me just because of your age. You get respect by how you treat other people. And many relatives feel that they can do, say, very hypocritical thinking, like, I can do whatever I want to you, but you must respect me. And it doesn't work that way. The energy that you put out there, the way that you treat other people, all of those things, it comes back to you. And that is the things that relatives don't understand. What you do to your relatives, it will come back to you. All the manipulation, all the controversy, all the negativity, all the backstabbing, all of it. So you have to be very careful about loyalty when it comes to your relatives. Are they loyal to you? Are they standing up for you? Would they do what you're doing? And that is a thought for contemplation, that we have to be very careful about putting all this loyalty, all this support, all this saying, oh, yeah, I would do anything for them. Okay, but will they do anything for you? There's a major difference in that. So we have to open up our eyes, and we have to be honest. We have to be real. And many people who have their relatives are living in this fairy tale world, saying that, oh, yeah, my relatives love me. My relatives are loyal. My relatives support me. But are they really? People really need to pay attention to your relatives' actions. It's easy to say those words, I love you, but what does that love carry? What does that love contribute to your life? If they're not contributing positivity, encouragement, support, backing you, growing you, helping you to vibrate on a higher frequency, then you could just leave it. For me, I rather walk away from relatives, quote unquote, and go and look for my family, because when I was younger, I didn't understand that you can find family. I have people in my life that will love and support me way more than my own blood. And I think that that's very tragic. I think it's very pathetic that people can be your relatives, but they just don't understand the power that can happen if they would be on board, if they would be supportive and encouraging. But some people just don't have that, because for one reason or the other, some people are scarred from a troubled past. They have not dealt with their inner child, or their inner skeletons in the closet, the things that they've been running from, all of those secrets. And some of them, yes, they are relatives' secrets, but you can't let that control your whole life. And there's a lot of people who are adults, and they have not allowed themselves to mature, to leave things of the past behind. They let their past control their present. And it took me a really long time in my life to get to the space to say that was my past and today is my present. And in my present, I am in control of what I think. I'm in control of what I do. I'm in control of how I feel and my peace. And I will not allow the negativity, the drama, the foolishness from relatives to absorb into my present. And that is exactly what happens. It's so easy to allow your relatives' drama to, to bleed into your present circumstance right now. So don't feel that you have to do anything for your relatives. You don't have to. And that is something that you can assimilate to, that you can be a part of that and not really wanting to, but you feel like this pull, this magnetism to that I have to do it because these are my relatives. And some people say family, but we have to stop the blind loyalty. You are loyal to people who aren't loyal to you. You have to take your power back. You have to take your respect back. And this is the time of the year where people get into this holiday season and they get so crazy about getting together and buying gifts and doing things for people that it's a whole year, probably months, or maybe since the last time you got together that they said a word to you. So it's something to really think about. And in your quiet time, in your solo time, are these people really my family or are these relatives? Because there's a major difference. But like I said, a lot of people don't want to hear this because people don't like the real talk. People don't want the reality. People don't want to hear things that is going to cause them to make changes. People would rather keep complaining about what isn't working than shift your energy, shift your actions, shift what you are allowing other people to do to you, because we do have that power. We're stronger than we know, we're stronger than we think. We can vibrate higher, but it means that you're going to have to cut off some of those relatives because their energy is off, because they're always complaining and they're never doing. Their actions does not match their verbiage, right? So be careful about all of that because we matter. You matter, chat family. And be coming from a space of having relatives that are just takers, they're users, manipulators. They'll take your last of everything, the last of your mental health, the last of your peace, the last of your money, the everything they'll use and take as long as you keep allowing them to use and take from you. But today is a new day. Every day we get a new set of 24 hours. And with that 24 hours, we can choose to allow our relatives to use us and take from us, or we can set boundaries. You don't have to answer that phone call. You don't have to go to those parties. You don't have to give that money. Sometimes that's the only time that you hear from your quote unquote family. I call them relatives because it's a major difference. No matter what they say, I'm your family, I love you, but how do you feel when you're around them? Do you feel positive? Do you feel encouraged? Do you feel helped? And do you feel healed? Because when I really started to work on myself and saying that I'm not going to be the only person putting in energy and time and being committed and loyal when I'm not getting that back in in the same way. So we each are have choices to make every day. We can keep letting our relatives use us, or we can cut them off. We can take our power back, we can take our control back, and it's a whole different thing. Knowing saying we love ourselves, saying we're worthy, saying we're capable, saying we're enough, saying we're talented and we're gifted and we're blessed. That's one thing that we can say. But what about how do we treat ourselves? And that is a difference. When I started working on myself over a year and a half ago and saying I'm not going to take negativity. I'm not going to allow people to ghost me and disrespect me and to only call when they want or need something. You are the ones that have to take your power back. Your time, your mental health is important. Don't let your relatives cause you to lose your mental health because of their problems and their bad attitudes and, expecting, relatives can be very entitled to feel like they deserve to know your business. They deserve to have all your money when you're the one, working, or you're the one that's worked hard to have your good credit score, or whatever is happening in your life, that you've worked hard to have these things. And if you're not careful, y- when you have people who are only users, they're leeches. They only come to take away everything that you have, and they will drain you and then drop you, because that's exactly how relatives act. They're only supportive of what they can get. What can they get? What can they gain? What can you help them with? But they're never willing to help you. And that's where you have to learn to choose yourself first. So I just wanted to come on live and to talk to the chat family and to tell every single one of you that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be respected. You deserve for people to spend time on you, show up for you. You deserve that. And if you can't get people to show up for you, to respect you, the boundaries that you set, and not just saying with words that they love you and they care for you and they're here for you, and and we're family, right? But they're not treating you like a family. You don't feel love. You don't feel supported. You don't feel encouraged. Actually, you feel drained and stressed out, worried, always involved in their drama. So take your power back. You can do that. You don't have to answer those phone calls. You don't have to go to the whatever parties or whatever it is that they want to do. You don't have to give them your money, and you most definitely don't have to give them your time. Since I have been staying away from relatives that have bad vibes, bad vibration, bad energy, and learning to take care of me first and filling up my own cup, I have been much happier. I have had much more peace. And another thing is that when it comes to our relatives, we have to zip our mouth. Zip your mouth and mind your own business. Don't worry about what they're doing and what they're saying. When we learn to validate ourselves, when we learn to show up for ourselves and not only waiting for them to have their stamp of approval to say that everything is okay and they like it and they're on board with it. Whatever is for you is for you. Even if they don't get it, they don't like it. When something comes to you and you know it's for you, think about it. Work on yourself. Take time for you so you can be happy, so you can be healed. And you can't do that going around certain individuals who are your relatives. Learn from me. You can't change them. You can't make them grow up. You can't make them not be into drama. You have to remove yourself from the drama and take your peace back. Show up for yourself. Do the things that you want to do, not asking them, not telling them, not making yourself feel like I have to do this because that's what they want me to do as my relatives. No, it's you making a choice to say, I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to go for what is mine. I'm going to use my gifts, and I'm not going to let them keep taking from me. So, learn the lesson. We have to grow up. It's more than just saying I'm grown and they're grown. Really look at how do they treat you? How do they make you feel? And if they don't make you feel respected, loved, encouraged, healthy, if you walk away from your relatives after spending time with them and you feel stressed out, if you feel strained, if you feel negative, if you feel like they have projected their fears, their insecurities, their negativity onto you, or they try to involve you in gossip, you have to step off from those people because you're going to become just like them. Negative, angry, mean, low vibrational. And we don't want to be low vibrational and negative. We want to be happy and we want to be our best. So take the time to love yourself, respect yourself, and that means that you're going to have to cut off the relatives that are just users. Okay, thanks for tuning into the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to all of those who support me on this channel. If you want to support this channel, feel free to run a short playlist for your girl. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to support this channel financially, my Cash App, my Buy Me a Coffee is pinned. I appreciate you guys. And if you're watching in the replay or listening in the replay, please leave me a comment in the comment section below. Do you have those drama and negative relatives? How do you deal with them? Let me know in the comment section, and I will tap in on the next one. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like and leave me a comment below. And I will see you on the next Real Talk